Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. So I had an amazing game week 3 and I currently stand at around 85k overall rank and I scored 91 points. We'll be discussing at length about the transfer targets that I have and the watch list that I've prepared for you guys. So if you like the video, please do drop a like and comment and also subscribe to my channel. So without delaying any further, let's get started. So my team fetched 91 points in game week 3, which was a very decent score because the average was pretty low, around 40-ish the average was, and I'm sitting at around 85k rank overall, which is I think also very much good. And I haven't had such an amazing start in the past couple of years, but it's a great pedestal to build upon, I feel. So in goal, Flecken gave me 3 points. It was a very disappointing game week for Brentford from the defensive aspect, but his save points gave me 1 extra point. That's why it's 3. Then coming to my defense, Rico Lewis gave me 6 points. Then Robinson gave me 4 points, and Trent kept a clean sheet and did not have any attacking return against the match against United. So he gave me 6 points. So it was a very good defensive display from the lineup. Even though Fulham did not give a clean sheet, but since Robinson gave an assist, that's why he scored 4 points. And I'll be speaking later as to what all defensive watchlist players I have, because I'm not that much comfortable with Rico Lewis, because as you know that the busy period will be starting with the Champions League matches, and I feel that Walker will be getting back, so the spot of Rico Lewis is a bit dicey. Now, having said that, coming to my midfield, Rogers and Smith Rowe did not give me any returns. They gave me a couple. Whereas Mohamed Salah, again with a stellar 17 point and an amazing performance against United, where they thumped United brutally with a 3-0 scoreline. And then Cole Palmer also gave 6 points. But we saw Diego Jota blanking and getting 1 extra point because of the clean sheet, and Luis Diaz scoring a couple. So it was a mixed kind of a performance from my midfield. Then coming to my forwards, Visa gave me 8 points. I'm pretty disappointed because he was supposed to give me more because he was having a wonderful game, which I'll discuss later in the forward section of my watch list. And then none other than Erling Haaland gave another hat-trick return with 17 points. And I believe that the whole FPL Twitter fraternity and everyone playing FPL is now only talking about the double up of Mohamed Salah and Erling Haaland. I was one of the lucky ones who started with both of them. That's why it's a much easier route for me. In my bench, my first player that I had was João Pedro, who gave me 8 points, and Nedeljkovic with 1 point, and Howard Baileys with 0. So it was a pretty decent game week, and as I mentioned, the wildcard that I played was a success. Now let's talk about some of the burning questions. The first one being, what should be the future of Watkins? Because we all know that he's not off to a flyer. After the first 3 game weeks, he's missing some sitters. Then he's also getting subbed up early, and you're also seeing that the manager is quoting that he needs more minutes to be completely up and running because he did not have a preseason. So factoring in all those commentary of the manager and the way he's performing, I believe that there are better assets, and Watkins is not a must-have right now. But having said that, they have that amazing run of games starting from game week 4 also, which we talked at length in the previous video also, that Everton, Wolves, Ipswich, United, Fulham, Bournemouth. So writing off Watkins is not that easy, but considering his recent form, he might be in the bare minimum holdish category. I will not say he's an outright sell for me, but I'll give him 1 more week and then I'll definitely transfer him out. Next question, that is, should you wildcard now? Now I believe that if you don't have the double up of Salah and Haaland, then a wildcard is a must in my opinion to control the damage that is already done. Now I'll be uploading a video tomorrow for the best wildcard draft, keeping Haaland, Salah, then Palmer and Trent in that wildcard draft. So make sure you take a look at the lineup and do let me know what you feel about it, because I believe that if you're not someone who is having a clear route to Haaland, if you only have Salah or to a Salah if you only have Haaland, with only the free transfers and only a -4, not more than that, then I believe a wildcard is a must now. You can plan the wildcard in such a manner that you can bring in the Arsenal assets from Game Week 6 onwards, from where they have an amazing fixture swing. Is it the right time to sell Muniz? I believe no, because Muniz is someone who is another low-cost Watkins replacement, I would say. I still believe that he is the best attacking Fulham asset to own, considering that Emil Smith-Rowe is a bit of disappointing right now. And I believe that Muniz is getting a lot of good chances from Robinson and Adama Traore, but he's not able to finish. He's missing a lot of chances. That's why he's not getting into the score sheet. And I believe that Muniz's role is very pivotal in the success of Fulham. So as of now, I believe Muniz is also a hold for me. Now coming to the next question, that is, who is the best 5.5 million midfielder to own? So again, following the footsteps of a double up of Haaland and Salah, we are seeing that it's pretty important to have very good low budget options. So the 5.5 million price bracket is very much important. And in my team, I see that ESR is being a disappointment. He's not taking too many attacking positions. So I'll be sticking with him with one more week, and after that definitely I'll be looking at some other options. Right now I have a lot of players in my watch list, which I'll be discussing later. But when I talk about the 5.5 million price bracket, I believe Semenyo is also a very good shout. In Game Week 6 and 7, he has a good game against Southampton, Leicester, and from Game Week 11 onwards, they have some great fixtures. He also has around a contributed XGI of 2.5 in all the 3 games, right? Someone other than Semenyo would be Minte. Minte is also good. He's on free kicks and corners, and he's a very direct player in my opinion. And so I believe that it's a very neck and neck competition between Semenyo and Minte in my opinion. Now coming to the next question, that is, can Luis Diaz cover Salah? Now I believe that it's a pretty blatant no, but hear me out. So Luis Diaz is nearly 5 million cheaper than Salah, and we saw that he's having a very decent run. Even though United were very shambolic in the last match, where we saw Luis Diaz scoring a couple of goals, and he's also playing amazing football, and he's someone that is having that false 9, then left wing. He's playing both the roles, I believe. And in the counter attacks, we are seeing that he's combining wonderfully well with someone like Salah, and he was taking more attacking positions than Jota in the last match that we saw. So I believe that yes, Luis is a very good option, but he will never be able to cover Salah. But there's a caveat that you're saving 5 million, so you can redistribute your funds in a different player. So that will be a very good move in my opinion. In my defensive watch list, I have gone with Michael Keane, Livramento and Luka Dean. Now, considering that I already have Trent, Luiz, Nedeljkovic and Robinson in my team, that's why I am looking for Nedeljkovic replacement and also someone whom I can replace Luiz with. That's why I've gone with Keane, who is a 4 million asset. And I believe that he's someone from Everton who is nailed. And Everton have a very decent run of games, starting from Game Week 5 of Leicester away, then Crystal Palace home, then Newcastle home, then Ipswich away, then Fulham home. It continues till Game Week 14, where they have an amazing run, I guess. So yeah, Keane is someone who will be in my bench in place of Nedeljkovic. I'm looking forward to him, and so he's someone who is in my watch list. Now coming to the next player, that is Livramento. Now Livramento is also someone who is nailed in the right back position of Newcastle, and Newcastle also have a mixed bag of games. I would say they have a tough Game Week 6 fixture against Man City. Other than that, till Game Week 9 they are also pretty much covered. But the main player that I would like to talk about is Luka Dean. Now this French left back of Aston Villa is a better asset than Konza, I believe. He has a lot of more attacking threat that I believe, and he's already an assist in the last game against Leicester, and this wonderful run of games that Villa have, and which I'm highly speaking of. till game week 9. In game week 10 they face Spurs, but before that it's a complete no-brainer in my opinion. And also I was speaking about Rico Lewis's minutes, which might be a problem, and his price is also rising, so I'll be able to sell him with 1 million profit, right? So that is someone that I'm looking forward to, and probably make the move from Rico Lewis to Luka Dean, because of the fixtures and the price advantage and everything that I just mentioned. Now coming to the midfielders, the first midfielder that I'm going to talk about in the watch list is Semenyo. Just like I talked about him in the previous section. Now Bournemouth have a mixed bag of games, and I believe that he can be a very good rotational player from the bench and be my ESR replacement. Now coming to the next player, that is Luis Diaz. I spoke highly about Luis Diaz also in the previous section, where I was talking about Diaz versus Salah, and I believe that he's the second highest point scorer in FPL, and he's nailed in the left wing position of Liverpool ahead of Gakpo. So he's also someone who is on my radar. Now coming to Eze was someone that who was not giving any returns, but finally he gave the 10 pointer in the previous game week, and his 1.3 xgi and was something which was underutilized, but we saw that he's up and running, and we can only expect better from him since he has already played a complete 90 minutes in all the matches. So he's also someone who is in my watch list. Now coming to the main man that I'll speak about is Mbeumo. I believe that he is going to have a breakout season in the absence of Ivan Toney. He's on pens. He has created 4 big chances. Next up, he has City, then a leaky Spurs, and then a couple of solid home games. So in this graphic, you'll be able to see that you do not have Mbeumo here because he's not the top 20 selected players. But if he would have been in this graphic, then he would have been in between Saka and Madueke, because he already has 3 goal involvements and an XGI of greater than 1.5. So only 5 players have a greater XGI than Mbeumo, and only 4 players have had a greater goal contribution than him. So I believe that he's someone that I'm looking forward to, and he's someone who will be my Jota replacement. Now coming to the forwards, I have selected Welbeck, Nicholas Jackson and Kai Havertz. Now when we talk about Welbeck, he's the main target man of Brighton with 2 goals and 1 assist. Now I have done a detailed comparison of him and João Pedro in my last video. Please watch it if you haven't already. I'll be leaving a link here. Then coming to Kai Havertz, he has already scored a couple and also assisted 1. Now I believe that either one of Havertz or Saka is a must-have from Game Week 6, and also it's up for debate because he and Saka are completely fixture-proof and they're combining beautifully. So Kai Havertz is also someone who I'm looking forward to as my second striker. Now coming to the main man that I'll have to talk about is Nicholas Jackson. Now the 7.6 million priced asset is only owned by roughly 6% of the managers. He has already scored 2 goals and gave 1 assist, and the fixtures look amazing. And also you can see in this graphic in which I have done a XGI plus points per game stacked bar plot. He's only the first, second, third highest forward with XGI after Haaland and Wissa. And when we talk about the points per game also, it's also pretty amazing. And I believe that if you're not able to fit in Palmer because you'll be wanting to have Saka, then someone like Jackson might fill in the role of Palmer by being your Chelsea cover. So he's already taken 6 shots this season, and his numbers are also pretty amazing. And the run of games, you already know that Chelsea have a wonderful run of games. So he's someone who is highest on my watch list as far as the strikers is concerned. Coming to the first key player comparison, it is between Salah and Palmer. Now when we talk about Palmer, we recently had news that he is injured and he has pulled up from the England squad. And I believe that Jackson or Madueke might be a better alternative if he's not fit. Now I know that he's indispensable in the Chelsea lineup, and he could have a lot more returns if not for those misses that Madueke and Jackson are having, which you can clearly see in the graphic that the Egyptian king falls behind when we talk about the chances created and the crosses. When we are comparing him with Palmer. Now, when we talk about Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king cannot be compared with anyone, I believe. He has already had 3 double-digit hauls, and the numbers speak for themselves. A total of 6 goal contributions with more than 2.7 xGI. I believe Salah is a clear favorite when we compare him with Palmer. As you can see from this graphic also, that the xG, big chances, shots in the box, shots on target, then the touches in the box, Salah is leading all these numbers. In my opinion, that extra 2.5 million for Salah is completely worth it. Now the next comparison is between Bowen and Mbeumo. I believe that this is a very different kind of a comparison. But when we take a deeper look at it, a keen look at it, it's completely neck and neck. And I'll explain you why, right? So Fantasy Football Hub predicts that in the upcoming 6 game weeks, both of them will be scoring equal number of points. And as I highly talked about Mbeumo in the last section, that he's having a very good run in the absence of Tony, and his points are at par with Saka, and he's already scored 3 goals. Now when we look at the graphic, you can see that Mbeumo clearly outnumbers Bowen in all the aspects, but only in the chances created and the crosses, Bowen is a bit ahead. But in all the others like the XG, then big chances, shots in the box, then the number of through balls, touches in the box, everything, Mbeumo completely outnumbers Bowen. So I believe that Mbeumo is a clear winner here. But having said that, given that Bowen is a complete momentum player and he has also very good fixtures upcoming till game week 13, he has already netted against Palace and assisted against City. I believe that it only enhances credential. So both of these players are in my radar, but Mbeumo is a clear winner when we compare these two assets. So guys, that was all about the watch list and the transfer plans video for Game Week 4. I hope you have liked it, and if you have, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. That will help me immensely. And I'll also do the wildcard 4 video, which will be out shortly. So also make sure to watch that, and I hope you have an amazing Game Week 4. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.